Welcome back to Peacock TV Spoilers, your ultimate home for all things Salem. Today is a beautiful day to unpack some explosive drama coming our way on Tuesday, August 18. Is JJ Deveraux actually going to forgive Gwen Rizczech after everything she has done? And hold on a second. Is Theo Carver about to completely destroy Johnny DiMera for lying about Lexie Carver's deathbed secret? You guys, the drama in Salem is reaching an absolute boiling point right now. Let's start with the absolute emotional wreckage happening between Theo Carver and Johnny DiMera. We all know that Theo and Abe Carver just had their entire world shattered when they found Lexie Carver dying down in those dark, damp DiMera tunnels. And now the ugly truth is coming out. Theo is going to confront Johnny because Johnny actually knew that Lexie was dying and he kept his mouth shut. Are you kidding me? Johnny DiMera looked Theo in the eye and said absolutely nothing while Theo was desperately searching for his mother. Johnny is going to try and defend himself by saying he was just honoring Lexie's wishes. But let's be real for a second. That is the weakest excuse in the book. If you ask me, Johnny is completely in the wrong here. I honestly believe we are watching Johnny DiMera slowly morph into his father, E.J. DiMera, and his grandfather, the legendary Stefano DiMera. You cannot convince me otherwise. This is exactly the kind of twisted, toxic loyalty the DiMeras demand from their bloodline. Johnny knew that his Aunt Lexie was fading away in a cold, dark basement, and instead of doing the right moral thing and calling Abe, he kept the DiMera secret. I am so fiercely on Theo's side right now. Theo has been put through the ultimate emotional ringer. He loses his mom to a brain tumor years ago, gets the absolute miracle of her resurrection thanks to Dr. Rolf's crazy serum, and then has to watch her die all over again? And his own brother-in-law knew about the failing serum the whole time? I hope Theo absolutely tears into Johnny and doesn't hold back. The actor playing Theo is absolutely killing it right now, bringing so much raw, visceral, heartbreaking pain to the screen. Johnny deserves every single ounce of Theo's rage, and EJ deserves to be locked up for orchestrating this whole nightmare. And think about the horrific timing of this confrontation. Chanel Dupree DiMera is currently in the hospital going through a terrifying, high-risk premature labor. She is bleeding, she is fighting breast cancer, and Paulina Price is literally screaming in the hospital hallways. Johnny is terrified of losing his wife and his unborn baby. But even with all that sympathy I have for Johnny as a husband, I cannot excuse what he did to Theo. This massive betrayal is going to cause a permanent fracture in the Carver and DiMera families. How is Chanel going to react when she finds out her husband lied to her brother about their mother dying? It is a giant, soapy mess, and I am here for every single second of it. Now, let's shift gears to a spoiler that literally made me gasp out loud. JJ Deveraux is reaching out to Gwen Rizczech. Yes, you heard me correctly. JJ is making a deliberate move toward his half-sister. I am honestly in shock, and I need to vent about this. Let's look at the dark history here, you guys. Gwen Rizczech came into Salem like a wrecking ball and completely destroyed Abigail Deveraux's life. She drugged Abigail. She blew up her marriage to Chad DiMera. She caused a horrific miscarriage, and she brought so much agony to the entire Deveraux family. JJ loved his sister Abigail fiercely. He was always her ultimate protector, willing to cross any line to keep her safe. So why on earth would JJ reach out to the very woman who tormented Abigail for sport? It makes absolutely zero sense unless there is a hidden agenda. Here at Peacock TV Spoilers, we've been tracking this storyline, and we think there is a massive ulterior motive at play. I refuse to believe that JJ is just calling Gwen up to have a sweet sibling chat over coffee. Gwen just survived a hostage situation in Alemania with Dmitri von Leuschner, and she barely escaped with her life while leaving Leo Stark behind. She is vulnerable right now. I think JJ is either setting a trap for Gwen or Jack Deveraux has guilt-tripped his son into making peace. We know Jack has been pushing Jennifer Horton to forgive Gwen, which is honestly ridiculous. If you ask me, JJ is playing a game. He might be working with the Salem PD or maybe even Rafe Hernandez to get Gwen to accept that immunity deal and testify against E.J. DiMera. Whatever JJ is planning, Gwen better watch her back because Deveraux men do not forget easily. Moving on, we have some teenage drama that is making me roll my eyes so hard. Tate Black and Holly Jonas have decided they want to play Cupid and matchmake for someone in Salem. Wow, are they serious right now? Let's take a step back and look at these two. Tate and Holly just survived the absolute nightmare of Sophia Choi's death. Holly has been accused of cyberbullying. Amy Choi is out for blood, and Holly literally collapsed from tainted drugs not too long ago. These two teenagers have more baggage than a commercial airliner, and they think they are qualified to fix someone else's love life? Please, they need to be packing their bags for college and getting out of Salem before E.J. DiMera targets them again. I bet they are trying to set up Aaron Green and Ariana Horton, but knowing Tate and Holly, this matchmaking scheme is going to blow up in their faces spectacularly. Speaking of Aaron and Ari, the spoilers say they are going to be spending some time with baby Trey. This actually makes perfect sense and breaks my heart a little bit. With Paulina and Lonnie at the hospital dealing with Chanel's terrifying labor, and Abe and Theo dealing with Lexie's tragic final moments, someone needs to watch Trey. Aaron and Ari stepping up to babysit is a really sweet moment amidst all this heavy, dark family trauma. It shows that the younger generation in Salem can actually be responsible when they aren't getting framed for drug possession by E.J. DiMera. Finally, we have to talk about the legacy characters. Julie Williams is going on a date with Foster, and the spoilers say it takes an unexpected turn. I have so many feelings about this. Doug Williams was the absolute love of Julie's life. Bill Hayes and Susan Seaforth Hayes gave us decades of pure soap opera magic. Watching Julie try to move on and step back into the dating pool is incredibly emotional. Foster has been very sweet and patient with her, and they even shared a kiss recently. But what is this unexpected turn? It feels like the kind of sweeps month twist that leaves us all in tears. Does Foster have a dark secret? Or does Julie just break down in tears because she feels guilty for kissing another man? I honestly believe Julie is going to realize she is not ready. No one can ever replace Doug, and I think this date is going to be a harsh reality check for her heart. So, what do you guys think? Will Theo ever be able to forgive Johnny for keeping Lexie's secret? And what is JJ's true motive for reaching out to Gwen? Let me know your wildest theories down in the comments section below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update from Peacock TV Spoilers. See you in the next video.